Thursday, Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wally Scott. Welcome on the show. Now, there's this thing, Mukail, about okay, let me use the last Olympics. I think 2 Olympics ago, or Commonwealth Games, and we're seeing Great Britain athletes, Oshibaju, or Shobanjo. You know, they were all Nigerian names. So many Nigerian names. Are you asking yourself? These guys were there winning gold, winning bronze, winning silver for Great Britain, for New Zealand, and then we don't have them. Why did they all go? That's the question we should be asking first.
I'm not even sure that's the question we should be asking, because we've gone back and forth on this issue of the preparedness in Nigeria, the resources available to these athletes. I would posit that if these athletes had been in Nigeria, they wouldn't be quite as good.
Daniel Igali is the athletics coach for our Nigerian Olympic team. For our Olympics, he vied for Nigeria. He didn't do so well, and then he left, absconded, and went to Canada, and then he won gold in wrestling, and now he's our athletics coach right now. But what changed from him leaving Nigeria to Canada?
Obviously, the resources available, the facilities available, and then there's also the fact that for these athletes to rise to the top of the pile, they have to be so good, and they face so much competition to do so, even internally. Who knows how many others fell out and didn't make it into Team Canada? And competition breeds the best of successes. It breeds the best performances. It breeds the best. As they say, cream rises to the top. And unless we're seeing it now, because these Nigerians are on top, they're the names that are being called out. But how many other Nigerians with a British passport, with a Canadian passport, didn't meet the requirement? Some of them fell off, and some of them would have returned to Nigeria and said, oh, let me represent you. And we took them in because we didn't have any other choice, because they were willing to foot their own bill for travel, for training. And all of these things, the absence of all of these things, is what is constantly holding back our athletes. If you play any sport, if you compete with mediocre, you will be mediocre.
The reason why I mentioned this is that FC Zurich, Lagos-born forward Tosin Ayegun is among 4 new players called up by Benin Republic for this month's 4-nation tournament in Turkey to help the country prepare for the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Now, standing Squirrels coach Monasa Latunji, 23-man squad included dual nationals Ayegun and defender Mohamed Tijani, who have opted to play for Beninoa. Tosin has Nigerian lineage, and Cote d'Ivoire-born Tijani, a central defender for Sheikh side Teples, have been chosen to play for Benin Republic. Now, Ayegun was born in Lagos, June 28, 1998, and began his career at Real Sapphire FC. He joined Latvian side FK Ventspils in 2017 and spent 2 seasons there, scoring 33 goals in 72 league games, before a move to Zurich in 2019. This season, he scored 3 goals with 3 assists in 13 games for the Swiss side. Also, Italy-based young striker Ange Jesus Chibuz of Giants Juventus is among the 4 players chasing their first appearance for the Squirrels after being named in the squad. Now, just before the Nations Cup started, it was all over the social media when Emmanuel Adebayor came out and said, actually, I'm Nigerian. I've always been Nigerian. I tried to get into the Nigerian Super Eagles squad. I couldn't, so I opted to play for Togo. We've seen 4 Nigerians are in the Beninoa squad right now, and one of them was born in Lagos, played for Real Sapphire, popular Lagos club, although they haven't gotten anywhere yet. And he's claimed, I've always been a Nigerian. I am a Nigerian. My name is Emmanuel Adebayo. You know, even Giannis said, yes, I am like partly Nigerian, but I see myself as Greek right now. And it's sad when you hear these names being called, and then the whatever next to them is either Great Britain, is either Ghana, Benin Republic, and not Nigeria.
You know,
which should be.
I think we make so big a deal about this issue more than any other country in the world, because we want to see these talents representing us so that we can achieve great successes.
Can you blame us for that?
But the truth is, we do have abundance of talent in every sport. No matter what event, no matter what championship we're going for, we do have an abundance of talent. So a lot of these talents that end up playing abroad in other teams, it's because they couldn't make it into our team, because whatever coach or whatever administration was in charge at that time deemed them not good enough. And the athlete's career is so short. They can't wait till they're 25 waiting on a national team to finally call them up. If obviously you are a footballer, for example, and you do not have any other nationality to rely on, you're not French British, you're not French English, and because the English did not call you up, you can just opt to join the French team. Obviously, a lot of those athletes abroad do not have that. But us, because of our migrating spirit, we do have a lot of Nigerians in all parts of the world, and sometimes they come home, they want to represent us, the opportunities just aren't there, and we are the ones who have to look at ourselves. We are the ones who have to create the welcoming environment for them to perform to the best ability, and allow us the luxury of being able to cherry pick the very best ones out there.
Sometimes you ask yourself, Mukail and I were talking about professionalism, and I think it was Medvedev that was hitting the rackets on the coach. Was it
Medvedev? No, it was Zverev.
Alexander Zverev. And you're asking yourself, you must be professional, no matter what comes up with your play, with your club. And Chelsea coach Thomas Tuchel has paid tribute to everyone at Chelsea after the defending champions reached the Champions League quarterfinals yesterday, following a week of turmoil off the pitch. The London club, operating on a special license from the British government that has limited their spending and impacted their operations after sanctions against their Russian owner Roman Abramovich following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. They won 2-1 at Lille to secure a 4-1 aggregate of victory. On a more humorous note, bankers in Nigeria, in Lagos, will tell you the only way you know how you have lost your job in the bank is when you get to the office and you can't log in anymore. You can't log into your computer anymore, really. And it's kind of tough if you are a Chelsea player right now, or a staff of Chelsea, whether it's the stadium, whether it's the team itself, the Blues. It's hard to know that you just might get to the office and you've lost your job.
Yes, it's true. But I think
and they still have to play well.
I think there's been so much grace from the Chelsea staff, the entire Chelsea football club makeup. They've demonstrated a level of maturity and professionalism. Even those who have been laid off haven't come out to say a single bad word about the club. I can't say that about most clubs in the league right now. I can't say that about Manchester United, because the culture at Manchester United has changed so much. The players are such individuals that they don't fear the manager. And if they were going through the kind of situation that Chelsea Football Club are going through right now, don't forget Chelsea are in third. Any other club could easily be forgiven for withering away at this level.
What Tuchel is trying to say is, I can understand you guys sanctioning Abramovich. I can understand if you guys do all of this, but don't take away our sales tickets.
Yes.
Don't take away our franchise, selling our shirts. At least give us something to be able to pay these players who are doing so well despite all.
You know, what I don't understand is that Chelsea is a part of the fabric of London.
True.
They're not just a company that employs people and people resume there every morning and their livelihoods are dependent on it. This is a publicly viewed company, a publicly viewed entity. It moves the identity of many Londoners. It moves their mood on a week-by-week basis. Some people have terrible weeks, and the only respite at the end of it is a Chelsea
win.
Yes. So when you do this, and then the nature of what they're doing, the consequences that go beyond just the immediate impact. There's the possibility that if Chelsea default on a lot of their debts by the end of the season, default on salaries, they go into administration, they get deducted 9 points, and they are out of the top 4. And yet, there's no mechanism in place to say, okay, you know what, this isn't your fault. It's not your fault. You've not run the club badly. Which is what those rules are there to prevent. Running the club badly and leaving yourselves financially exposed, owing people money, and basically going into bankruptcy. That is not what is at stake here. Right now, there are probably 10 people vying to own the Chelsea Football Club. And Roman Abramovich was already in the process of securing a graceful exit, a way to preserve Chelsea's football club. And they came down because politicians are politicians. They want to look like they're doing something, even when they're not.
Yeah. I don't know if Kayode K or Ajasaye J can put the phone lines on the screen, and if anybody can call and maybe prefer a solution.
I don't know if
to this Chelsea issue, because the tickets must be sold.
Yes.
The franchise, the merchandise must be sold.
The game against Middlesbrough, the FA Cup match now, is going to be played behind closed doors, and it's not Middlesbrough's fault.
No. But Middlesbrough will be playing at a loss.
Yes, they will be playing at a loss. A club that definitely, desperately needs
the
as
money.
much money as they can get. But how fair is it? How fair would it be for us to say, okay, Chelsea Football Club cannot have fans in the stadium, and they're going to be surrounded on all sides by Middlesbrough fans? It would be completely unfair. And that's the situation that the British government have put them in.
Kay is going to put the phone lines on the screen in a bit, and of course you can call and advise us or prefer a solution,
or just rant, vent,
or just vent. If you want to get angry, just get angry if you want at this Chelsea Football Club's situation. The coach is pleading with the government to please allow us to sell shirts, allow us to collect money for tickets, so we can pay these players money, because they're actually doing very well despite all, really. Now, Axel Witsel volleyed home in the 87th minute to give Borussia Dortmund a 1-0 victory at Mainz 05 on Wednesday, as they closed in to within 4 points of Bundesliga leaders Bayern Munich. It was all Axel Witsel. Of course, we didn't see the best of
Haaland in this match.
Haaland, the alien.
You know, I heard something recently that if he's to go to, and the choice is already down to just 2 clubs, Real Madrid or Manchester City. Barcelona have pulled out of the race for him. The demands from his manager, from his agent, are apparently ridiculous. 600,000 euros per week. No one except Messi
can afford to pay
and
that.
Ronaldo
Post-COVID.
have ever been paid that much money. And post-COVID, no one is going to pay that much money. And
so the phone lines are on the screen. You can actually call us and prefer a solution to this Chelsea issue. The coach is pleading with the British government to please let's sell tickets, let's sell our merchandise, so we can make money to pay the players. But Mukail brought a different perspective. He says you can actually rant if you want. You can get angry and say your opinion. Just call. Okay, the call line is on the screen right now. Now, is he back? We don't know. Rafael Nadal toppled big serving American Riley Opelka 7-6, 3-7-6, 5 to remain perfect on the year, while unseeded Serbian Mimir Kemonovic stunned world number 6 Matthew Berrettini 6-3, 6-7, 5, 6-4. We'll come back to Rafael Nadal. I have a caller. Hello. Hello, welcome on the show.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome on the show.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Owerri.
From where?
My name is Asimobi Mekano.
Okay. You are calling from
Owerri,
where? Owerri. Okay.
Owerri.
Okay, go on. What's your take on this Chelsea issue?
Okay. As regards the Chelsea saga, I feel from my own point of view, I feel that the company should try changing perhaps the name. I don't know if that will work. Everything that has to do with them. Everything has to do with Chelsea. Because the issue of Abramovich being the owner and the Russian-Ukraine crisis has posed a very big threat.
Okay.
So if that can make a change, fine. But still, for the love of football, I don't see why people are not planning to play.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. Our last caller says he doesn't see a reason why Abramovich, being the owner of Chelsea, being an issue. The Russia-Ukraine case should not concern Chelsea. And I agree with him.
Yes.
He called all the way from Owerri.
I mean, how many Russians are in the league right now? How many of them have been sanctioned? And most Russian billionaires are oligarchs. That's just the nature of the wealth distribution in Russia. How many has Alisha Oksamanov been sanctioned and told to step away from the Arsenal board? No. But Abramovich is this big target. He owns the club outright and they want to keep him as a focus, and unfortunately it doesn't need to be that. For the love of football, for the love of the fans, what I don't understand is that some of these fans, these are the constituents of these politicians. They are some of the constituents of these politicians, and these fans are all over the country and they want to see their club succeed. Most of the time they know that politics has nothing to offer them.
Exactly.
Football is the only respite.
We're still taking your phone calls, of course. We're trying to make you prefer a solution to this Chelsea issue. Well, just get angry if you're a Chelsea fan, okay? The call line is on the screen. We had our last caller from Owerri. We'll take Rafael Nadal's speech and take his match together, and then we'll come back. Stay with us. Rafael Nadal keeps to his unbeaten streak. Thank you, Mukail. Isaac was behind the cameras. You can't see him, but he makes you see us. Thank you very much, Shayo. Francis Indem, thank you very much, the Arsenal fan. Thank you. Thank you, Kayode K. Thank you, AJ Ajasa. Thank you very much with the man with the power downstairs, Shedrack Sheddy. Join us same time tomorrow, same station, Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wally Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.